The registers feature allows you to add documents and requirements and organize these into registers or lists. You can then assess compliance, leave notes, and add supplemental information. You can additionally assign responsibility to various team members. The registers functionality works hand in hand with the actions and controls functionality. The actions and controls allows you to conduct risk assessments of your compliance requirements, link procedures and policies to these documents to demonstrate how you're reducing your risk by implementing controls, and you can issue actions to responsible people, subject matter experts, supervisors, managers, and technicians to ensure you come into compliance with your requirements. You can purchase just the registers option to get started, and when your organization is ready, you can implement the actions and controls. I'm going to show you both of these features right now. Let's go over to the website. Here, we have a list of facilities. These represent physical operations that your organization has. For each of these facilities, you can have a series of registers. Let's take a look at the one in Ontario. I'm going to click on CO registers. Here I have a list of a variety of different registers such as cybersecurity, EHS, environmental permits that I've uploaded into the system, as well as industry standards from CSA and other organizations. Let's take a look at the EHS regulatory register for general manufacturing. This register contains a series of documents that have been identified as relevant for this part of my business. Here we have the document name, the description of the document. We can indicate if we want to track it for changes and be notified when changes occur. Here we have a list of obligations. So for certain documents, Nimonik will break out the specific requirements within those documents, and you can conduct your assessment at that level. Here, the assessment for the overall document, you can click on this and indicate that yes, we are complying. And when you do that, you can enter a note which is saved in the system along with the date, the time, and the person who does that. You can indicate which jurisdiction it is located in, who's responsible, and this person or team will receive alerts when the document changes. And the assessment history allows you to see all the changes and notes that have been left relevant to this document. So these first few fields represent the register's functionality. It allows you to build a list of documents, see the obligations, and assess your compliance. When you're ready, you can take this to the next level. You can see on the right-hand side here that we have internal actions. The internal actions allows you to create actions for yourself or your colleagues. You simply click on the plus icon and fill out the field here to specify an application. You fill out the field here to specify an action that someone should take. For example, conduct a review of this document. And when that is done, you can indicate who is responsible, add additional notes, link it to tags such as audit programs or other items, a due date. And if it's a repeating task, such as a report that needs to be submitted, you can simply click on repeating and indicate the frequency that you would like this task to repeat on. Who's responsible? Let's assign it to myself. And I'm going to click on save. So this will create a task every month to review the applicability and compliance of this document. Additionally, on the right-hand side, you can add extra columns, and these columns are totally personalizable, and you can indicate risk, for example, inherent risk and residual risk once you've implemented your controls. You can indicate supporting policies, subject matter experts, and even upload evidence such as documents, photos, or other things to substantiate your compliance status. This is absolutely critical as it allows you to link the regulations, documents, permits, and other information back to your management system. What I've shown you so far allows you to see the register working for the overall documents, but we can do the same process for the individual provisions or requirements within the document. This is what we call clause level service. I'm going to click on the number 8 here, which indicates that there's 8 obligations within this regulation. Let's click on that, and that will take me into the regulation itself. For example, we are looking at the vehicle emissions regulation, and you can filter the individual provisions to see just the ones that contain obligations. And from there, you can go through each of these provisions to determine if you're in compliance or if there's an issue. You have the same functionalities to indicate responsible people, risk, actions, and other documentation. The main benefit of this is you're assessing your compliance at a much more granular level down to the individual provisions. All of this data is filterable by the filters you see on the screen here, as well as a search functionality, allowing you to quickly navigate, select items in bulk, and edit them. To learn more about how to manage this data, please contact us. The last thing to show you related to the registers is the updates. Once you've loaded documents and obligations into your registers, Nimonik will send you updates as these items change. To see the updates, we simply click on Actions on the top left-hand corner and click on External Actions. They are external because they're coming from outside your organization, typically being issued by regulators. Here, we can remove the filter for myself to see all the changes that have happened. I'm going to go and see the new documents. So these new documents that are highlighted in green have recently been published by industry bodies or regulators. Nimonik will always provide a summary of what the new document includes, as well as a link back to see the source material. Once you're done reviewing this, you can click, enter some notes, and click Save. This creates a paper trail in your register that you can show to an ISO auditor or to management to demonstrate that you're monitoring for new and changed regulations. Let's take a look at a red line or a difference between two specific clauses. So I've selected Updated CLCO clause, and we can see here that the Canadian Environmental Protection Act was changed on the 21st of August in 2023. I can click through this to see a red and green marked up version that shows us the exact changes that have happened within this specific provision that I've deemed to be applicable to my organization. Once I've determined whether or not these changes impact me, I can select here on the tick box and enter my notes, which will be saved in the system, again with the date, time, and person who has entered these notes. The last thing to show you is a report that summarizes the compliance status of the documents and obligations within your account. We're going to click on Reports and come down to Document and Clause Assessment. This report allows you to pull all the information from all of your registers into one single report. We can, for example, say, I want to see everything that has been deemed to be non-conforming. You could further filter it by register, by jurisdiction, document, responsible party, and facility. This will provide a table with all the information of all the documents and the specific sections that have deemed to be non-conforming. You can export this to Excel to integrate it into other tools or run reports. This is a very powerful way to quickly get an idea of how many compliance issues you have that are outstanding. We're constantly building new reports and working with our customers to improve our service. The registers are a key component of any compliance program as they allow you to pull data and documents into lists and then conduct assessments, control for risks, and reduce your overall compliance burden. Getting into a proactive way of managing compliance is absolutely critical if you want to run your business efficiently in the 21st century. Contact Nimonik for more information, and we'd be thrilled to give you a personal demonstration. Thank you, and have a great day.